Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another Ramble session on a Monday. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you had a great week. I hope you had, a great weekend. I usually film these on Sunday, and for your viewing pleasure on Monday. And so, I just wanted to glue this down real quick because it's been bugging me. But so this past week, I've been struggling. I have to tell you, have to be honest, been struggling. It was overall a good week. However, I'm getting really, let's see, irritated, I guess, that my healing process isn't going any faster than it is. And yes, I realize that I need to be patient. That is not one of my strong suits. So, you know, but the good news is that I was able to come in here and do some decorating of my pages, which I have not done in a long while. Like back in here, I have stuff shoved in here that I need to go back and do. But this is way back on the second, like the beginning of the month. We're heading in toward the end of the month. So I have some stuff shoved in here. I have nothing shoved in here aside from pictures from my son's wedding, but that's it. So that whole week, I don't have really anything shoved in here. And which is okay. I'll either get to it or I won't. And I'm fine with that. So, yeah. So this past Monday, I had this right here, a portogram. Oh my goodness. I have a port I had it initially put in for my immunotherapy. I don't even know when. It was a while ago. And for some reason, it got clogged. I guess they were telling me that, like, my body was just like, dude, this is new and we don't like it in here. And so we're just going to cover it up so nobody can use it. Yeah. My body is a fickle thing. I'll tell you guys, it is fickle, okay? It does not like foreign objects, all right? Just have to say. And so this, oh my gosh. Okay, so here's my Michelin face, right? There I am. There's my little port thing. And yeah, I say Michelin face because I've been on steroids, high dose steroids for, oh gosh, a long time. I'm weaning off, so that's all good. That's all good. But then here is my, like my port, right? And then the catheter goes up here and then it goes like into my heart, right? So like this dark part right here from here down to here is like my body has built like a sheath around it, right? So stuff can go into it, like when I had hydration treatments and whatever. They would go in fine, but they've never been able to get a blood return, right? And so I don't know what happened. I'm not even sure if like they were flushing it with heparin or not at the end. I knew they were flushing it with something, but I don't know if it was saline or heparin. It should have been heparin all along, and maybe this wouldn't have happened. I'm not really sure. I don't know for sure, but so yeah. So I had to go get that done on Monday. And of course, like the easiest thing they could do is shoot it with heparin, which is whatever. I don't know what it even is, like blood thinner or something like that. So they did that, and that was like the easiest thing they could have done. It did not work, of course. So I had to go into the procedure room. They had a real-time x-ray going on at the time. And then they shot in like a high dose, I guess, of heparin. And they're like, yeah, it should, within the hour, it should start eating away at that sheath and, you're good to go. If it does not, you've got to come back in and we're going to go up through your groin, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I see the oncologist this week, and I don't want to have to go through any procedure that is not completely necessary. So because I'm not doing immunotherapy anymore, I'm going to be starting, I don't know, in the next couple weeks on targeted drug therapy, which is a pill. So my question to my oncologist is, do I even need the port? Because if I don't need the port, get it the heck out of my body, okay? All I got to say. So that was the beginning of our week. However, We had a lovely breakfast with my in-laws, and my husband's cousin was staying with us for a few days. He had come all the way down from Michigan, and to go to our son's wedding, and so that was very nice to see him. So what was this, Monday? Okay, Monday. On Sunday, I think it was Sunday. No, it was Saturday, I do believe. On Saturday, this is when we got home, and this is when our cousin came over to stay with us. He was staying at my in-laws' house, but he came over to stay with us this day. And then my sister-in-law was down and with her family. So with her two grandkids and her stepdaughter and her husband and of course her husband, my brother-in-law. So they came down. It was, my husband wasn't feeling well, so he just stayed upstairs. But the rest of us had some dock time, and so that was really nice to see them. And then they left this morning. So then Monday, like I said, we first I went to go get my port fixed, and then we went out to breakfast, which was nice. And then my husband, later on that evening, everybody in the family wanted fish for dinner. And my father-in-law really enjoys the way my husband makes his fish. It's just very lightly breaded. And it's just really good. It's really good. Of course, I can eat fish any which way. So that was really nice. And my sister-in-law was there. Another sister-in-law. My husband has four sisters. So anywho, so we had that. And then somebody was talking about, I have not got to my comments. Okay. I'm really sorry. I will get to them. Don't you worry. I will get to them. Sometimes if I see an immediate question or a question, then I try to answer it right away instead of making y'all wait for the answer. But this has been a little bit of a rough week for me. So, anywho, one of y'all mentioned that, or it could have been on Instagram, that you like the way that I use, what are these? Notepads, right? I have got, if you've been on here for any length of time, y'all know I have a thing for notepads, okay? I like to use them, especially if there's not, this was the other side of this, right? Scrapbook paper. So it was blank. And I put some more scrapbook paper. It was white, I put more scrapbook paper here. And then I like to put the little notepads because it has lines on it. I like to use lines when I write. It's a thing. And yeah, I don't like writing on blank paper. Even up here, I don't like writing. I don't know. Anyway. And then I did come in here and do some journaling. So this was Tuesday. I spoke to my mother, my stepmom, and we were talking about spiritual gifts and stuff. And then I did do this page. This was a fun day. And then I'll show you what I got. So I had been telling my husband, that I needed a new planner, right? Do I plan? No, I do not plan. But y'all have seen my little blue book, right? This is the same thing. It's by Ecolo. Okay. And I wasn't really crazy about the cover because it's white. It's going to get dirty and drive me nuts, but I do love the artwork. This would be fun to just recreate, right? And I'll show you some of that stuff later. What else did I get? Oh, I got this at Home Goods, okay? In their little stationery section. And let's see how much it was. $5, okay? Yes, please. All right. I had picked up another planner and it was $13 or something. I really liked it. Don't get me wrong. But I'm seriously? I'm not spending that kind of money. So I searched for the same one I had last year, and this is it. So, now it starts in August, of this year. So yes, I will waste, August, September, October, November, December. 5 months, yes, will not be written in here, and that's perfectly fine. No big deal. Oh wait, where am I? January. Okay. So I love this section right here. I'd like to utilize it more because in my other book, I wasn't utilizing it the way that I really wanted to, but in here, I can put all of my, my appointments, my husband's appointments, things like that, just for an easy, I already put them in my phone, but let's face it, I use my phone for scrolling, not for really looking at my schedule or whatever. But so I like to write it down. And then here and here for the month, I would really like to start putting like specific chores. You know what I mean? Like those chores that you don't do all the time, but you do them like once a month, you know, like, well, I do. No, I don't. And that's the problem. I need to. Okay. Like, cleaning like the registers, you know, the air conditioning registers, cleaning fans, wiping down like cupboards, doors, and, you know, cabinets and all that kind of stuff, like wiping things down, wiping doors down, you know, those types of like chores I'd like to start putting in the to-do list just to kind of get me back on track. I don't know. We'll see if it works or not. But this whole front part, which I kind of wish, in all honesty, that this part right here, like, you know, like I wish that this January spread was in front of this spread, you know, like forget about the months or whatever. Yeah, like I wish like this was January here and then right into it went the daily, right? But this I really like using because I write my notes. You know, I usually keep it like on my what's it called? Coffee table. I usually keep it on my coffee table so as things occur during the day or whatever, you know, and then even in the evening when I'm sitting there, or let's face it, lately I've been sitting there a lot. But I'll just jot down, you know, things that we did, right? So I really like this, and I like that it goes all the way to, you know, December, or no, well, it goes to January, I guess. I don't know, that's weird. Oh, the first week of January, but it goes all the way through December 2024. Now, when I go next year to get another one, I'll have 5 months of 2024 that I won't use, but that's okay. That's okay because I do utilize this a lot, and it's been really helpful. Well, not so much in these past few months, but you know, life has been weird. Okay, but it is really helpful when I go back to do, you know, my my journaling. So that was one thing that I got. And then, of course, while I was there, yep. This was a 3-pack. Oh, I don't have the thing. It was like $3.99. Okay. So a little bit over $1 a piece for these, which is fine. That's, I mean, and they're like so many pages, you know. So I'm going to take some of these and make Happy Mail out of my notepads because, as y'all know, I have a huge collection of notepads. It's in this like chicken wire box. Yeah. And I love the ones with lines, you know. And these are not sticky notes. They are just, you know, a little notepad, you know, but I love these. These are so cute. So yeah, and I broke my own rule, the container rule, because I told myself, once this box is full of notepads, you cannot get any more. Yeah, that went out the window when I saw these. So they're super cute. They're like, I don't know what they called them. I can't remember. But anyway, super cute. And I'll find a place for them. And I'd like to get some Happy Mail sent out. So there was that. What else was I going to tell you? I don't know. Anyway, oh, I also did this during the week. I was just sitting on the couch as per usual, and I drew these up. Now, some of them I used this book right here, Botanical Line Drawing by Peggy Dean, right? And I showed you this last week where it goes through step by step, right? So some of them I did using that book, and like this one here, I don't know about this one. Some of them I did freehand. This I did freehand. If you're wondering why some are upside down and some are right side up, it's because I wanted it to fit on the page, right? And then I made a boo-boo here, so I have white out. But once you photocopy it, I don't think you can see that. A geranium, which doesn't even look like a geranium if you ask me. I don't know what kind of geranium that is, but whatevs. A forget-me-not, a poppy, and cosmos. So I had a lot of fun drawing these. Some of them, I think these up here I did all like freehand, like I just took my pen and started drawing, and this is the original. And then down here, like my hands started getting really shaky, and so then I drew them out with pencil first, and then, and then did the micron over it. So I really love the way that these turn out, and I've used this one so far. Really enjoy, like on a colorful page, just a pop of black and white. I think it's just looks really pretty. Yeah, so this hopefully is going to be down below once I get it scanned. It's going to be down below in my free printables thing, right? So go ahead and grab yourself one if that's what you want. So here I used right, and this is just photocopy paper. I actually enlarged it because, normally on your printer, you can either enlarge it or you can shrink it. So that's what I did. I enlarged it. I think I actually just cut one of them out. This is the original size. So I cut one out and then I enlarged it singularly on the photocopy machine, however you want to do it. But so that's what I did. And this was our day out at Home Goods. Yeah, and this is just a tip in. This was from the planner itself. Oh, Celestial. That's what they were called, Celestial Notepads. Yeah, so that was that. And I just put this little paper clip with a little tie on it just to close, keep this little part closed. But I thought those were a really nice pop of color. And then this I did not do. Let me think. And then this day, I still need to put this on there. I need to glue this on there. So this you probably saw on Instagram if you follow me. This is another thing that I love to do. Just take some book text. I think, do I have them here? I think I showed you these as well. But, you just take some book text and you take, this was acrylic paint, I believe. Yeah. And you make these little teardrop things. Then you take a black pen, doesn't matter what kind of pen, anything that'll work, and then you just like loosely trace your marks, and then I sprinkled it with gold acrylic. I don't know that. Yeah. So this is another super easy way to just, make some little fun embellishments put on your page. Like here's another one. I just have to go through here and do, the line or whatever, and then trace it all. And yeah. So that's a really fun thing to do. And I love the way it comes out, So I used some stencils back here. This was actually from the page itself. And I really enjoyed what it said because this was really like how I was feeling, like distance from your thoughts. When your head is consistently filled with random thoughts about anything and everything, it can get tiring. It helps to write them down. Yes, it does. Have I? No, not all the time, but good point that I need to get back into the routine of doing my journal and writing these things out. Of course, this is like a general journal of my everyday activities. This isn't something, that I use to write down like every little thought that I have. But yeah. So anyhow, these came from a faith-based notepad. This came from a lovely Happy Mail faith-based card. Love it. Just put a tip in here. I did walk this day. And then here's my little notepad, My dog, on Friday, my poor dog, like his stomach has been gurgling and stuff. And I kept telling my husband, we need to take him to the vet. I don't know what's going on with him. But, so we ended up having an appointment for this day. We actually called and they got us in that day, which was nice. And we still don't really know why his stomach is messed up. He'll go outside and do what we call grazing. So, and then he whines to do that specific thing. And he finds this certain specific weed, because it's not grass, and he just goes to town on it, just eating it. And then he'll search, he'll walk a little ways and then sniff at this one. Nope, it's not that one. Walk a little ways, sniff at this one. Yep, here it is. Eats it, right? He does not vomit or anything like that. All of his, what goes in is coming out fine, in other words. So he has no problems with any of that, but you can still hear his stomach gurgling and then it's upset. So then he whines and whines and whines, And so we took him in. Also, he's quite the anxious dog. Okay, so things have been topsy-turvy for several months in this household. So we just weren't sure if it was kind of just him being antsy or if it was actually, you know, him just having a stomach issue. And my husband was making him like chicken and rice and, whatever. But anyway, long story short, well, I mean, it's not really going to be any shorter because that's the end of it. But we got some relaxation medication for him, and we also got him some tummy medication. So we're going to see how that all goes. And then, yeah, this weekend we really haven't done all that much at all. And so basically I have sat my bottom on the couch and haven't done anything. I did come in here and do some of these pages though, and I have gone and written on here, like completed the 21st and 22nd, even though this was the 20th, completed yesterday, which was the 23rd, but this was the 19th. I don't know. I just want to know, I guess, like when I completed, or I don't know. Anyway. Also happy fall, y'all. And so that leads me. So yeah, that's the story on the journal. Am I going to go back and write this stuff in? I really, really want to for this month. Will I? I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. So yeah, that's the story of the September journal. Now going into its fall, y'all. Yesterday we went to the mailbox and my husband got these that were in there. And let me turn this aside. There we go. Okay. Now, these are two, well, this is like a newsprint magazine, and this is a regular, good quality magazine. This would make a really great glue book. But this is from Balsam Hill, and you can go to balsamhill.com and get on their mailing list, and they will send it to you like in the fall and at Christmas time. This is where I used to get all of my pictures for Christmas, or for the month of December in my books. And I would just cut out the pictures of the Christmas trees and make them into pockets, right? Like tuck spots or pockets. And then I would just use my Christmas notepad papers to write my notes on. It was super easy to keep up, because obviously November and December are busy months here in the U.S. with Thanksgiving, and then Christmas right around the corner. So yeah, it was just a lot easier for me to keep up with what I was doing if all I had to do was write on my little notepad paper and stick it in the pocket, minimal decorating, minimal anything, right? And so these have just super cute images in them. Like, look at that. That would be so beautiful for the orange glue book. Just making sure you guys are here and centered. Yeah. Or this, the doorway, they're just beautiful, beautiful images. The magazine quality is superb. Put this on your page and then cover, this if you want to, whatever. Yeah, but it's just beautiful, beautiful images, of fall, fall decor. And then some Christmas, right? So like, no, they don't have it, but anyway, like I would let's say for my December journal, I would cut out, this and then put it on my page, glue it here and here, and then it would be a tuck spot, right? For my notepad. If you're into wreaths or whatever, like this would be really pretty just to cut out and, put on a page, but just beautiful, beautiful, right? So yeah, so you can go and order that, super simple. And then this one is so cute. Like, I mean, how is that not cute, right? Like, I just love the artwork in this one. And this is called Fedco. And if you look it up, it is a seed catalog and it's made of like newsprint, okay, on the inside. But I mean, look at these. I have not, even with the last one I got, I did not cut out any of the things, but like look at this deer you could cut out. This right here you could cut out. So many fun images. I don't know about the guy with the top knot, but this is cute here, the little ram, right? Here's a little apple. I mean, this right here would look super cute on something. This here, right? I mean, the pies, this just reminds me of something like this, or I could even use this as inspiration to draw on to white paper, whatever. But I do love the newsprint. So, you know, if you're into, cider or whatever, we're not into cider. And speaking of fall, y'all, I mean, we don't really have fall. I've said it a bunch of times. I live in South Florida and we live right near the ocean, like literally a 10-minute walk to the ocean. And it's been hot as Hades here. We have had a lot of rain though. We have had a lot of rain lately, but it's still the season for rain. We have 2 seasons here. We don't have 4 seasons here. We have 2. We have wet season and dry season. And wet season is all through the summer, starting in June, going to about November. And then we have the dry season, which is from November until June. So that's all we got, folks. Yeah, we don't have trees, generally speaking, unless it's an almond tree maybe, but we don't have trees generally that change color here. We have a lot of palm trees and a lot of evergreens, pine trees, things like that. But where we live now, as opposed to where I used to live, which is like 3 hours south of where we are now, the foliage up here, I have to say, is just gorgeous. There are a lot of like oak trees, which, I mean, we had oak trees down there, but yeah. Anyway, they're just a lot of different variety. And I guess what sticks out to me most here is the Florida pines. I love Florida pines. They're so gorgeous. Anyway, so there's a little side note there. But look how cute that tree is, right? And this right here, I would so put that on, cut that out, like fussy cut it out and put it on this little barrel of apples with the puppy. I mean, this catalog is filled, I think, with this kind of stuff, right? These cute little, like, look, the pears, gorgeous, right? They would just look so pretty, even like the smaller ones to put like on a tag or something. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was a recipe. But anyway, and look at that, like a little painting, black and white painting of, let's see. Yeah. I mean, they have these little drawings and stuff throughout, so it's super cute. Anyway, look it up if you so desire. It's Fedco. I guess it would be like Fedco.com. I don't know. No, FedcoSeeds.com. Okay, FedcoSeeds.com. And you can order one of these and it is free. So there's that. Let me see what else. Don't forget, I will hopefully have these down below in the free printables if you want. I don't know if there's anything else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This week, I'm not really sure what's going on other than my oncology appointment at the end of the week. That's pretty much it. Today, we're going to go look at, I think, a few open houses. Yes, did I even tell you guys? Like, yeah, we're looking at homes to move again. Yeah. For a lot of different reasons I won't go into now. Nothing negative at all. No, nothing negative at all. We would rather live on the mainland. Yeah, so we want to stay close to the in-laws, but we don't want to be on an island that's on an island. Yeah. Yeah. And so that's what we've been doing a lot of the week, is just sitting on the couch looking at houses. My gosh. Oh my gosh. If I've looked at like 1,000 houses, I've looked at one. Jeez Louise. Yeah. And like, now we're kind of like whittling our list down to, okay, we know we want this, we know we want that, whatever. We can't move or anything like that or even put our house up for sale until like, I don't even know, December or January. So, but yeah, we want something a little bigger. And I know that seems so weird because when we first moved up here, we downsized a lot. And our house now is a lot smaller. And now we would like to move back into a bigger home. And the reason for that is because our kids come up here quite a lot, and I'm so, so grateful for that. So they come up here quite a lot, and we just want to have, we want them to be able to have their own like space, you know what I mean? And so, yeah. And we would like a bigger like great room, like, you know, so all of us can hang out, because it where we are right now, our great room is, it's our kitchen, living and dining area, but it's super small. We have like one couch. It can, but granted, it can fit like, you know, 4 or 5 people on it. And then we have one oversized chair. So, you know, I mean, it's just not comfortable, is my thing, you know. And so when all 6 of us are here, it's, yeah, it's rather cramped, you know. So anyway, so we're gonna go look at a few houses today, just to get a view really of the neighborhood and see, you know, how far it is from the house and blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. So we shall see. We shall see what happens. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on in my neck of the woods. Again, I hope y'all had a great week. I had a lot of fun drawing these. I really enjoy drawing. But again, just like journaling, I have to be in the mood for it. So yeah. Anyway, these would be fun to, you know, kind of get inspiration from, you know. Anyway, very, you know, they're just very simple, you know, very simple and yeah, fun. So anyhow, so check out all those things. You know, check out balsamhill.com and whatever I said, this was fedcoseeds.com. Yeah, fedcoseeds.com. Check that out, and yeah, check below for this link. Hopefully it'll be there. And yeah, I think that's it. So I hope y'all have a great rest of your day and a wonderful week. And I want to thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I know how precious time is, and I really appreciate that you choose to spend it with me. So yeah, have a great, great rest of your day. Wonderful week, and I'll talk to y'all real soon. Bye for now.